Welcome.
Good morrow, as you would say, Max.
Good day.
Good evening, good afternoon.
Good morning.
It's so good being international, pan-global as we are.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I don't think it
We're
could
broadcasting to the world through the majesty of Her Majesty's internet. Will you
We have some cigars.
Alert the viewer.
Some cylindrical rolls of tobacco.
Fine. Now, what we've got here, viewer, is the Upman Magnum 56.
Not
Correct.
the limited edition.
No, but an edition
Not
that
the
was
2015, but instead
one intended with genius for the topicality of Cuban that they have.
for the
For travel retail, of course.
Yes.
At the time when there's
No
no travel
travel.
taking place.
just like the what was it? The Trinidad Robusto Extra.
That
in the
was a great
14.
cigar. I think that this is a sort of, this should be continued because obviously.
Whoa!
Let's look at this jar.
Whoa!
Look at this jar.
Look at that. All right, let me get it out. Oh, it's the
Get the jar out. Get the jar out. I can't wait.
Oh goodness! Let me remove the lid first, so I have something to
Anyway,
grasp.
Viewer, while Max is doing this exciting business, H Upmann.
Oh, look, it's like
at
a Dalek with the
with the Dalek look at the
Whoa!
packaging alone. Look, okay, you better get that out of shot. It looks very unsightly.
We don't have the full jar of 20, do we? We've only got the.
But should we?
The jar
But
of,
look at that
4.
jar. Look at that jar, viewer. That is
look
that
at
is
that.
worth. I mean, honestly, even if you don't smoke cigars, but you're an admirer of fine earthenware and pottery,
What I want is
fine ceramics.
when I die, I want my ashes put into this jar.
Well, I might have got there first.
Or I want them put in the San Cristobal
Oh, that's it.
Torreon jar.
Torreon jar. There we are. There we have it
with the
behind you.
built-in ashtray, and then you could
Yeah. I
smoke
could
my
have
ashes.
myself decanted for sort of travel purposes
Yeah.
instead.
This is great. This is very good. I'll place it on my lap like my child,
Okay.
and we shall look. Oh, look at this! They even come pre-prepared in a
Are
little
they-
Ziploc
Hey!
bag.
Ooh.
Christmas.
Christmas.
So what is
Okay.
it? Magnum 56 is its own size, isn't it? It's called the Magnum 56.
Are there
wherever you
some
go.
instructions on the back?
The instructions say smoke for.
No.
full-
There must be also.
Oh, you got everything. You got it. I don't even need to remember anything. I can
was
just
it
appear
a-
very knowledgeable.
Was it started in 1844 by a German banker called H Upmann?
Yeah, it doesn't go that far back. But it does, however, tell us that this exclusive edition
Oh!
is for duty-free and travel retail.
It's so good.
Channels.
It's so good. Duty-free and travel retail channels, and we
I
are.
love how they have this written on the back of the jar.
I know,
as well.
just so that when we have it in our own channel, the Foulkes and Sons channel, maybe we are. Read me that again.
Magnum 56 under H Upmann brand is the Vitola selected by this exclusive edition for duty-free and
Exclusive.
travel retail channels.
We are a travel retail channel, viewer. We are a
Habanos.
travel retail channel.
Created this elegant jar for Habanos enthusiasts, as
We are
well as for the
enthusiasts.
collectors of unique elements.
We are connectors. We are. If there are collectors of unique elements in the world, we are they.
Where should I put it for the meantime?
On the floor. On the floor.
Ah, the floor.
The floor. But what was
It's
it?
actually very pretty from the top as well. Look at that. That's a real,
it's fantastic, and
that's
it's got a sort of
nice
work
thing.
of literary endeavour and mystery on the back. What are these fine elements that we are meant to be collectors of?
Then it says it's an attractive option by those who like a light to medium flavour Habano and thick rim gauges. There you go.
Well,
So
I mean, if that doesn't tantalise and excite you, I don't know what will.
it's a proper thing. So we don't. Yeah, like I said, unfortunately not the full 20, but I'm sure.
And, then,
four will
at
do.
this point, it's normal for you to say this is not your preferred Vitola.
Yeah, I mean, I needn't say that anymore.
No.
The
but
viewer knows.
I think it's much better when you say because the viewer is reassured. It's like the
What
canticles
should I
and
go for?
responses
Should I go
in church.
for the softer one, or should I try one of the harder ones
I
and see
always
if the draw is
go.
good?
Well, I don't know. I
I can test it out. I could test out the
that
firm
might be a
ones.
bit dangerous. but
Might be dangerous. I'll go for the.
Go for the
softer
one that you think might work.
Yeah, the one that I think might work is the one that shall be set fire to, ignited.
Ignition. Well, there you are. Do you want to use my cutter or have you got your own?
On the floor. Indeed, I use my own actually. I've got my own.
Very good.
So what is it? 150 millimeters. What's that? 5 and
Well, I don't know. It's a great.
Nearly 6
It's
inches.
you remember they had a sort of these funny lengths like a chain and an L and all this kind of thing.
Oh, look at it. It tastes good. It tastes so good.
But what I
I
find,
can eat it.
I mean, what I find amazing about these Upmans is that they've become one of the more interesting cigar brands, having been one of the dullest.
I love the Magnum 46. I love that size.
That's a great. That was one of my favourites in the old days.
And you were saying that's pre-60s or something.
That was a pre-1960s launch, yeah.
And then you had there was the Magnum 50 that was released in 2005 as a limited, but also now as a standard.
Since 2008. I mean, it's quite good actually. And it will mature nicely as well. It's got a bit, it's kind of woody, bit spicy. What do you think?
I'm just doing a poor job of lighting it.
And
Poor
you were
show,
master
poor
of
show.
Havana. You as a master of Havanas as well.
I don't know. I should know. How are we looking? Maybe a bit more. Bit more.
That's fine. Toasted.
Mmm.
Do you like it?
Mmm.
Certainly producing smoke. It's like a walrus producing smoke.
Like a walrus.
It's one we should
Producing
reach. I mean,
smoke.
viewer, we are contemplating all sorts of money-making ventures, seeing as we are perpetually hard up in the hovel here. And one of them is to release as these sea shanties have been so popular, we're going to release some cigar shanties, including our #1 hit, we hope, like a walrus.
Like a walrus.
Like a walrus, smoked for the very first
Smoked.
time.
And then the other one is just Crazy Horses, but our rendition of it.
Crazy horses.
Crazy Horses. And there's no alteration of the lyrics there.
There's no need.
We just recite it.
There's no need.
We don't even need to sing it. We recite
Maybe we
it.
will set the back of the Cuban jar to music and to collect some fine elements.
Hey, yeah, that would be great actually.
It would be great if we could have that arranged by what's that nice man we met in south of France who plays records?
The Record Man.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
very nice man indeed.
They're good hair.
Very good hair.
Oh,
Mark Ronson.
Mark Ronson.
Very nice man indeed. Maybe he'd arrange some music to which we could have a club hit on the techno circuit, maybe.
It's very good, isn't it?
It is. Now, I prepared some
Very
notes. I prepared some notes because my mind, my advanced age is obviously not to be relied upon. But it wasn't really to be relied upon at the best of times. Upman Magnum 46 we've covered. Very nice cigar. I used to like it unbanded in boxes of 25.
I've had one of those. You gave one to me.
Very nice cigar. Nice cigar, no?
I think they were stronger back then. I don't know. I got the impression.
This is pretty strong. I mean, for a Magnum, mind you, you've got to sort of. It's like smoking an oil drum of tobacco, almost, isn't it? I mean, it is a bit.
Well, 46 isn't. 46 is.
No, this is 10 ring gauge points bigger. Anyway, 1960 that was. Then we had in 2005 they tested the Upman Magnum 50 limited edition, which was, I remember, astonishingly good. So good that they brought it out in 2008 as a regular part of the line, but not before they had brought out the Magnum Especial in 2007. I don't recall the Magnum Especial at all.
No. I'd like to try it though. It sounds great.
It's a brilliant name.
What's the size? What was the size?
It's Especial.
Brilliant.
Yes, it's a double Robusto, but then it's just, I mean, what's a double Robusto?
I don't know
It could be
what that
anything,
is.
yeah. One of my favourites came in 2009, the Upman Magnum 48, which was this little 48 ring gauge, 4 3/8 of an inch. Really nice cigar. Then 2016 brought us the Upman Magnum 54 in regular range. Upman Magnum 56 came as a limited edition in 2015. The Super Magnum, you aware of the Super Magnum?
Never heard of the Super Magnum.
58 ring gauge, Super Magnum.
Oh, when was that released?
Well, I don't know. I couldn't look into it. It was too much like a weapon of mass destruction, not like a cigar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, the Magnum 46 is still my preferred cigar in a standard line because it's about as wide as I go. A Corona Gorda, a 46. That's big enough.
What's that? Siglo 4.
Siglo 4, indeed. Siglo 4, yes. Yeah, I think it's a great cigar, that one. Always very good, very nice. But this is delicious. Smoking very well, very light. I like that.
Or as our favourite your favorite your favorite grandparent named John would put it. Very mild, very mild.
No matter the cigar. Terribly mild.
But Magnum, I mean, Magnum associated normally with firearms, would you not say?
Yeah, I think you might.
I mean, there was a film called Magnum Force in 1973 starring Clint Eastwood. There was also Tom Selleck starred in the deathless Magnum P.I. set in Hawaii. Do you remember Magnum P.I.?
Magnum P.I. I think it was still showing on the television when I was young.
I think it probably still is. I think it must be reruns. It's set in Hawaii, and I think he always...
Set in Hawaii, yeah. It's got that great intro, doesn't it?
No. That was Hawaii Five-O.
Yeah, that was the other one. Yeah, that's a proper one.
With the people surfing.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah, that's proper television.
Yeah, it's a shame.
But maybe they were maybe he smoked. Did Magnum P.I. smoke cigars?
I don't know actually. I think the Magnum 56 would suit it. Maybe at that time it was more Candela wrapper though, and a slimmer gauge. So a very, very green cigar. I've never had one with a Candela wrapper, have you? I've had ones on the green side of things, but not really classified or considered a Candela.
I think I've had some with Edward from one of his old stocks.
Were they very strange?
No, they just looked very strange. They just looked like old leaves. I mean, like old autumnal leaves from England. You know what I mean? Like slightly, like more like the sort of a slightly less iridescent version of my socks, for example.
Oh, I see.
You can see my socks here, viewer.
Very good.
In between the cuff of my huntsman trouser and the apron of my Corthay shoe. We must do an episode from Corthay, I think, one day.
That would be great. Edward actually blows cigar smoke on his shoes in order to get a high sheen.
Does that work?
I don't know. I've tried it before. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really done enough polishing to know. I haven't had as many years of experience as Mr. Sahakian. But I will certainly endeavour to continue blowing smoke on the shoes during polishing and see if it keeps the sheen high.
What is Kirby's business called?
It should just be called
Kirby Alison Incorporated. No, it's called something else. He has these brilliant things, names of things called, everything is sovereign grade, whether it's a tie or a dressing gown. He is brilliant. No, but there is a sort of, what we'll do here is we'll look it up in the interval and get back to you with the actual knowledge there.
Yeah. I've got a feeling we won't be able to smoke this entire cigar in one episode.
We could split
it into two, have a cliffhanger at the end.
I know. Will we finish the cigar? Will it be as good? Will we actually remember to set fire to it again?
Yeah. What was the duration of enjoyment?
Duration of enjoyment. Well, it's already quite durated.
I like it. It's very nice. And
well, that's a proper searching way of describing it. I like it. It's very nice.
I mean, what more can you say?
It does not give offence. I think we can say better than that. I think actually this is a good cigar.
I think it is. I think but we've been very lucky actually with the last two episodes, or this episode and the last. We've actually had cigars we've thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
Galanes. That's already been. Someone has already come in and asked for it after watching the video, and we've yet to receive it. Eddie doesn't even know what it is.
Well, nor did we really, to be fair. But have they come in and asked for it in the shop?
Yeah. But the cigar is kind of, snuck in under the radar.
It's so good. Nothing gets past us. Nothing gets past our radar.
You see? And of course, it was sticking to our motto of smoking things that are
unavailable, unpopular, and from unfashionable brands.
Yes, I did have a Paul Larrañaga Monte Carlo, which reminds me of the good old days.
I think Paul Larrañaga viewer, even though this isn't H Upmann, is it H Upmann as
H Upmann.
So what does he say then, Alberto? What is H Upmann?
I think yeah.
Yes. You know, this was actually owned by Emma Freeman's family at one point. H Upmann.
Really?
Yeah, they owned it in the 30s for a while, and they had this when they sold it. They had this amazing negotiation where they started in a bar in Havana, inadvertently boarded an ocean liner, inadvertently.
Or ended up in Miami or something like that.
Ended up in New York where they completed the transaction.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me.
But I love the idea that one boards an ocean liner inadvertently. So heated with the negotiations, and so sort of invigorating with the libations. That
what are our libations today? I think it's still tap water.
Nice glass of tap water.
Effervescent tap water.
Oh, nothing like it. Very nourishing.
That variety is only available in Belgravia, I think.
Oh.
Tap water of the effervescent variety.
Kind of chalky.
I love it. You can really taste the fluoride. Very, very nice.
You can actually. It's very good, isn't it?
Delicious. Delicious. So when were these things boxed and whatever?
Well, you're going to have to read the information there.
Does it have any telltale signs? We've got an EMS stamp somewhere. Oh, nice orange. That's a nice orange. 2021 EMS, but I mean, God alone knows what that means. Well, anyway, they're good, and I like it.
All right,
very nice.
Well, I think we're going to try and smoke up a little bit more of this.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
We'll give you the benefit of not having to watch us smoke it.
Mm.
And then we will be back after the intermission, which to you, viewer, is but the blink of an eye, such is the wonder of Frederick's filming skills. And we're back. Boom!
We're back, and first things first, let's talk about the cigar.
It's...
I was saying that it started quite sweet,
Yep.
light, aromatic. Now you have that kind of, you were saying, this kind of substantial,
Meatiness.
meaty, gamey
Yep.
flavour.
And you're a bit further along again, and you've got a slight spiciness.
Spiciness as well. I would say it's on the medium side of light to medium.
Yeah, I don't think it's... What was the advice given you?
If you enjoy a light to medium...
For the collector of the fine object, or what was it?
Yeah, for collectors of experiences or something
The recondite
it's too far away to grasp.
Yes, it does induce a sort of feeling of lassitude and mental relaxation.
I've got a very nice ash, a good construction. Your
I
ash
have-
is kind of more snowy white.
My ash is more
whiter
snowy
than-
white and more kind of curvilinear. I've got sort of what looks like massive geological disturbances taking place in the Pleistocene era of my ash. But putting that to one side, viewer, I think we can actually recommend this cigar with a light heart and without having our fingers crossed behind our backs. I mean, it really is.
I think it's very, very pleasant, actually.
Very good cigar. It's not one to be tackled by the neophyte. First of all, nor the time-pressed individual, because this is not a cigar to be sort of choked down, is it? We are also grateful for we're not sponsored by them, but we would like them anyway. Evermore Candles there.
Actually goes very well with the aroma of this cigar.
It does. It does the room note. And the mingling of the two to produce
Maybe
a
there should
unique
be
room note.
A selection pack or a gift pack, a combination of Evermore Candles and Magnum 56s.
I think that would be a very good idea for travel retail and other channels.
Yes.
Other channels like the Foulkes and Son channel on
the
YouTube.
channels, travel retail channels. That's so good.
I'd love to. Maybe we should rename our channel Travel Retail Channel.
Can you
formerly known as Foulkes and Sons channel.
Can you get these on Viking River cruises? I hope so.
Do you remember?
Bristol extras on Viking River
There's
cruises.
there's no mystery where to get a great river cruise. Do you
Viking
remember
River
that?
Cruise. That was when we were watching murder mystery kind of programs during the day.
Yes.
Daytime murder mystery shows.
Daytime murder mystery shows, and they would say Viking River cruises. There's no mystery where to get a great river cruise.
One complimentary Magnum 56 at every cruise. Look at that!
Where did the rest of it go?
On the table, so it's okay.
Phew, God, I better.
I know Lady Mother wouldn't be so keen
No,
on
Lady
that.
Mother would
Maybe
not,
we
no.
should cut that bit just in case she
just
sees
in case
it.
she sees it. I
Yeah.
better ash mine. Viewer, I think we're descending into our usual level of inanity at the moment.
What can we say? Buy the cigar, it's good. We like it.
Yeah, I think, you know,
And the jar's very nice.
the jar for the liker of the ceramic product is a definite bonus. If you like your ceramic product with a gilded handle on the top,
We love
you're in
ceramic
luck.
product. Everyone
You
loves
are
ceramic.
in luck.
And this one has instructions on how to enjoy the cigar as
And
well.
also has
And who will enjoy the cigar? Those that enjoy
recondite
travel.
recommendations for collecting a fine object.
Those that
If
enjoy
only it
travel
had the
retail
slogan
channels.
"Fighting the virus one corona at a time."
I'm sure we can get that embossed or something onto this jar.
Yes, who'd have
specifically.
thought that all those months ago we would still be fighting the virus one corona?
Are these produced in limited quantities, not as a limited edition, but just... is there going to be an end to production? Or is it going to be like the Talisman that continues until we're all
The
dead?
Talisman is one of the best. It's so limited that it's always available. That's what I like
Yeah.
about it. It's limited to being available when you want it.
I had someone come in and ask for the Talisman from 2019 specifically.
The new one?
Yeah. They wanted
The new one or the old? When did they launch it? No,
they're just making them again and again.
Yeah. But they released
wanted
it twice.
wanted box date 2019 with
As
the
opposed to what,
2017
instead
brand.
of
Instead
that
of
is so
2017.
good,
It's great,
viewer.
isn't it?
The cigar they liked so much they released it twice and also many times in between.
And people are looking for the second production.
I know,
good.
which is-
I don't think it could be better.
I know. This is the sort of level of the nitty and the gritty that we get down to here.
It's the best.
And not the Gritti Palace either we're talking about here.
It's the best.
We should go and do one from the Gritti Palace. Maybe if you're watching this Gritti Palace, we'd be very happy to travel to Venice to film an episode there. But in the meantime, we will say farewell, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
From the ancestral hovel to your computer screen or electronic device. Fighting the virus at one Carome. Here we are signing off. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.